welcome to SVG Television News and Sports for Friday, November 29th. I'm Jimmy Prince with the details. Aiming to create a safe, healthy learning environment for children, the Ministry of Education yesterday launched the Child-Friendly Schools program here. The launch took place at the Lodge Village Primary School. Deputy Chief Education Officer Beverly Neptune said the landmark event was just the beginning, as there was still a lot of work to be done with regards to improving the quality of education, and at the same time ensuring that children have a voice.
The improvement may not come overnight, but it will eventually come with the cooperation of our education practitioners and the creation of synergy between all of the stakeholders, our administrators, our parents, and the community.
Neptune says the Ministry of Education is happy that they were able to launch the Child-Friendly Schools program, and it is her hope that all schools will get on board soon.
And that UNICEF will continue support and guidance given the critical role that organization plays in the development of the life chances of all our children.
Meantime, Senior Education Officer Elizabeth Walker outlined that SVG became a part of the Child-Friendly Initiative in 2012, joining the second program cycle by UNICEF. Walker stated that the definition guiding UNICEF's philosophy of a child-friendly school is a space where students obtain knowledge, abilities, and life skills in a healthy and safe environment.
Which is inclusive, protective, and respectful of gender differences and of cultural diversity. It is built on three main principles: child-centeredness, democratic participation, and inclusiveness.
She noted that since the inaugural meeting in 2012 with UNICEF, a group of volunteers were identified to lead the process of implementation in this country.
Despite the limited knowledge of the Ministry of Education, this group was engaged in discussions on the way forward for the initiative. Following this, a selection of schools based on UNICEF's criteria was completed. An initial needs assessment was done by UNICEF in 6 schools. This assessment highlights the strengths and weaknesses in the CFS principles and practices in our schools. The list of schools has since been revised and 7 other schools added, a total of 13 schools.
Every child matters in society. That's the view of UNICEF representative Khin Sandi Lwin. Speaking at the launch of the Child-Friendly School Initiative, Lwin says the program is all about children.
We know that every child is unique, just like every human being is unique, and each of us learn in different ways. So making that learning an enjoyable, fun approach, and that is centered to that child, is equipping teachers to be able to manage a class better, and equipping teachers to be able to manage behavior better.
She says what is important to note about the Child-Friendly School program is that it is a global movement.
I was in India 15 years ago, 17 years ago, when the concept was first thought of, where classrooms were very small, children crammed into the classrooms, and where there was rote learning, it's chalk and talk, where there was no engagement with students. And that's where children, when the initiative was first coined, where the child was really looked at in terms of what would make a child want to come to school.
Meantime, Minister of Education Girlyn Miguel emphasized that children should learn and develop to their fullest potential at school. Speaking at the launch of the Child-Friendly School Initiative, Mrs. Miguel says for children to succeed, attention must be paid to the quality of education to which they are exposed.
The model focuses on positive behavior management practices in schools, revisiting pedagogy, which includes student-centered instruction, addressing special needs, inclusive learning-ready classrooms where there are appropriate learning materials and resources for all of our students. Skills-based health and family life education, which entails the delivery of a life skills-based program that provides students with skills to deal with issues affecting them.
Prime Minister Gonsalves appeals to persons in the private sector to pay their taxes. More stories on the local scene when we come back. Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves has called on the private sector to pay taxes owed to the government. Dr. Gonsalves made that appeal at a Chamber of Industry and Commerce seminar hosted on Thursday at Paradise Inn. Dr. Gonsalves noted that he knows that the figures which the government owes the private sector may be large. However, the world has to be in a state of balance.
The private sector, about $21 million. But I just want to say, without calling the number which the private sector owes us, it would be very good if there's some $200 million or so which are owed in taxes of interest and penalties, if we can get, of the actual sum and interest and penalties, if we can get it.
The government is said to be willing to partner with persons in the business community here regarding hotel construction. That's according to Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves, who stated that St. Vincent and the Grenadines has lots of lands and the government is willing to assist to build the country's economy.
For instance, if anybody wants to build a hotel in Beckway, we could work out and you can have portions of 600 acres at industry, park industry. We have about 60 acres at St. Hilary Point. Those are important places for development. We have lands also on mainland St. Vincent. What I would want to suggest is this. If anybody wants to do serious business with the government, we can work together, we can mobilize the resources and build a 40-room or 50-room hotel.
The Prime Minister outlined that the government does not want to operate a hotel, hence they are extending an invitation for more persons in the private sector to come forward.
I know that. Mysteriously it would lose. So we can work together and you can lease it and we work out an arrangement for you to buy it as you go along. If you have your own land, let us try to see if I could help to mobilize the resources.
With Sunday earmarked as the end of the official hurricane season, Director of the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, Mr. Harry Prince, is urging the public not to let their guard down. In an interview with SVG-TV, Prince said as the June-November hurricane season comes to a close, persons must look back and make the necessary adjustments. Prince added that although SVG was spared hurricanes and tropical storms this year, this country experienced torrential rains, landslides, and flooding. He said the dry season doesn't mean that there would be no rains. Instead, it's an opportunity to better prepare for the next hurricane season. Prince said that from December to February, there are usually strong pressure systems that result in frequent high winds, and they have to take the necessary precautions. Manager of iFocus Incorporated, Simone Harris, is stressing the importance of persons getting their eyes checked. This as the eye care company hosted a free diabetes testing today in Kingstown. Harris told SVG-TV News that they hosted the event to ensure that persons pay more attention to their health, particularly their eyes.
Have perfect vision, but something might be going on to the back of the eye. All right. Perfect vision is not the end all. It's not, there's more to sight than just 20/20 vision. So it's important that you should get your eyes checked. As a diabetic every year for sure. If you have hypertension, you should get your eyes checked every year. Glaucoma every year. All right. If you were a normal person without disease, every 2 years.
One person who took advantage of the free testing shares her experience.
My name is Margaret Abraham. I'm a diabetic. I learned a lot today about the foot care because normally I usually soak my foot, and I learned today that I'm not supposed to do that because it can cause fungus. And I have been taught how to treat my toes. One of the things that I learned today is not to put on colored Q-Tex on my toes because if something will happen, I will not be able to see under the toes.
Meantime, representative of Korea's Jesus Incorporated and the Digicel, who partnered with the iFocus to host the event, expressed their reasons for getting on board with the initiative.
Diabetes is important, right? And every avenue that we could get to help to spread the word, we will take it. So when Nika approached us with it, we saw the opportunity there because we hear so much about cancer, we hear so much about fitness, and the simple things as diabetes we don't really hear that much about. And it affects everyone. It affects from the youngest to the oldest. So it's a great opportunity and we're proud to be part of it.
Korea Jesus finds any way possible in giving back to our country, and today we partner with iFocus and Digicel in the Diabetes Awareness Month. This morning we have sampling of Twinings tea, Buttercase biscuits, and we also have a few product promotions, products that are basically available at the city store.